In the era of COVID-19, as we all try to protect our mental health and cope with uncertainty, it's more important than ever that we be there for each other and take steps to prevent suicide. That's the message the Worcester County Health Department is trying to send with the 9th annual Out of the Darkness Walk. Here's the thing, the walk that typically takes place on the boardwalk isn't happening this year. Well, at least it's not happening on the boardwalk. This year, it's virtual. And to prove that you can't silence those who are spurring much-needed conversation about mental health and suicide, this year's event is more than a walk. It's an entire week of experiences. The first Ocean City Out of the Darkness Walk was 8 years ago on the boardwalk.
We have watched it grow year after year. Every year we're seeing more people coming, more people getting involved.
It's an effort to bring to light something that has remained in the dark far too long.
It's one of those things that nobody ever talks about. You know, there's all this kind of stigma around it, and so, you know, I think we, you know, one of the things we try to do with the Out of the Darkness Walk is really get the community talking.
And with the year we've had, more people may find themselves in the dark.
And there's been a lot going on, a lot of stressors. You know, folks really kind of feeling isolated, you know, where they've been kind of stuck at home and they can't get out as much and be around people. And that's made things really difficult for folks. So certainly now as much as ever, we're concerned about suicide and suicide prevention.
Even with a pandemic, the walk will still see the light of day, just differently.
This walk is definitely nothing like we've ever done before, and that's why we're calling it the experience instead of the walk. So everything will be virtual.
In fact, this year, there will be more opportunities to shed light on mental health and suicide awareness.
We're doing an event each day to lead up into the experience or the walk, or the day that would have been the walk. So originally the walk was planned for September 26th, which was a Saturday down at the boardwalk in Ocean City. We found out really quickly that we needed to really modify the way that we were going to be able to carry out this plan. So our committee came together and we decided that we were going to do an event each day leading up to the 26th, starting with the Saturday before. So this is part of that process where we're really looking at the community as a whole and trying to get everybody involved as much as they can with social media and being as virtual as possible.
Friday night is set aside for a night of reflection.
So the night of reflection is going to be down at Public Landing Road on Friday, September 25th from 6 until 7:30. And the idea behind that is to have a socially distanced event and to launch lanterns out into the bay that are biodegradable, to give people this sense of belonging and the sense of support, hope, and recovery as possible as well.
People walk for different reasons.
Some walk, we have a lot of teams that come out and walk in remembrance of a loved one who they lost to suicide. We have other folks who come out and walk because they've dealt with their own journeys, or they've been there to kind of support folks through their own journeys. And you know, I think it's, you know, at least I see it as kind of our duty to the community to continue to hold this, because it's something that's so meaningful for so many people.
And it's no coincidence that the walk takes place in September, which is also National Recovery Month.
So often we see mental health and substance use issues kind of coinciding. And so, you know, when we talk about suicide, one of the things that we know is so often substance use plays a role in suicide. And again, substance use and depression tend to go very hand in hand with one another. And so, you know, so as we talk about suicide prevention, as we talk about the Out of the Darkness Walk, it ties in perfectly with not making sure that we are not missing the substance use piece of that. And you know, again, we want to help the whole person. We don't want to help this piece or this piece. We want to help people.
In addition to reducing stigma surrounding suicide, the Out of the Darkness Walk raises money.
That goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, that goes into things like training and education activities that gets kind of pumped back into the community as a way to raise awareness and raise education and training so that we can continue to combat suicide.
A walk to get us to talk and shine a light on the darkness. All right, let's talk about it some more. Let's talk about how you can talk to someone if you feel like you may harm yourself. All you need to do is call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline anytime, 24 hours a day. You'll talk to a human. That number is 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-TALK. And if you want more information about the Out of the Darkness experience, we have it all on our website, delmarvalife.com.